We're back from a break. We all had to gather ourselves.
Yeah,
they're about to square up
over here. Yeah, Crystal told me I cut her off.
I'm kind of scared.
I didn't know about the second time.
Evelyn's been talking about fighting, so we're like,
I know. I'm trying not to be like, get over here. And they're over here trying to fight.
No, but I'm sorry. No. I won't cut you off. I think it's because I'm looking like this. Yeah. So like, I don't, you know? Yeah. But sorry about that.
Guys, Anais not mean. So.
Yeah. I mean, I know. I can be mean though.
She's not mean. She's just bossy.
That's true. Dude, in my lens sometimes like,
she takes control.
Girl, you're so bossy. And Henry's like, no, like, tú no.
I think that like, I'm bossy too, but it's not because I just like to get shit done, you know?
Yeah.
So, like when
I
we
don't
do
get
parties.
you being bossy.
Huh?
I don't get the vibe of you being bossy.
Like you ask Roland's parents, like we've kind of like not gotten into it, but like it'll annoy
but it
me.
Heads.
Because they'll be like, okay, bossy, like I'm bossy, right? And I'm just like, I make it happen, man. Like that's what it is,
yeah.
You know? Or like it'll like, okay, like my nephew Elias, right?
Yeah.
It's his party, you know, my sister-in-law, shout out Laura, Puppet and Co. Book her for events. She does the balloon garlands, right?
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law, her husband, right? The kid's dad, was like, Evelyn, where do I put this? I don't know. Don't ask me. And that's why that's come to me. Yeah. So then I come off bossy because I'm telling them what to do, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then my father-in-law, because he calls me Gremlin. He's like, Gremlin, ¿dónde va esto? I'm like...
But like for Milo's parties or just random
No,
events?
this was for Elias's party.
Oh, see, I thought it was Milo.
No, so for Milo's, I'll tell them where everything goes. Like, I'll tell them my vision. I'm like, I want the tables here. I want this, and this here, you know? And then we work as a team and they make it happen.
Yeah.
Because they do help me. His parents, Roland's parents are like, I love them. Like, they're like parents to me, you know?
Yeah.
And, but like for my nephew's party, like, I'm not the one, like,
that's not my kid.
Yeah, no, not even that. But it's like I'm not the one arranging everything.
Oh, okay.
But they're so used to coming to me to tell them what to do. Even for holidays, I'm like, oh, we should do the setup here. We should do the tables here like this, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what made me look bossy in their eyes.
Okay.
I don't think that's bossy though.
Yeah.
I just think it's like coordinated.
I take control.
But I'm like, I'm annoying when it comes to parties.
Well, that's I was going to say, didn't your cousin say you're like, oh, no, that's ugly?
Yeah. Like, I'd rather
Didn't you talk about it in one of the podcasts?
Yeah, the Christmas one.
Like, we gave our ex.
No, and you know, when I was pregnant with Mylene and it was my baby shower, I was so calm throughout my pregnancy. Like, I was not like this crazy person. Like, Mylene, literally, like, being pregnant with her, I was just like so mellow, so chill, super chill. And I remember for my baby shower, my mom and my sisters, like, they planned all of it. Like, and that was so not me. Like, I would have been the one that's like, no, I don't fucking want that. Literally, yeah. And I remember they were like, I don't know, pregúntale a Naya a ver si le va a gustar, because you know how she is. Like, they were like scared to tell me stuff, and they'd show me, and then Alondra would be like, oh, look, like, I kind of want to do this. I'd be like, yeah, that's cool, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and they were like, you were so calm, dude. Like, we were expecting like Bridezilla times 1,000, like, because of my hormones. Like, I thought I was gonna be worse, and I was like super calm about it.
She is super calm though.
Who?
Mylene.
No, she's like, weren't you?
I think Mylene's calm.
You think she's calm? Mm-hmm. No, you haven't seen her, girl.
Well, I think compared to other kids, she's calm.
No, she's very caprichuda. She is
really?
so
¿Hace
caprichuda.
berrinches?
Oh, 100%.
What is caprichuda?
Like,
Sorry, white girl here.
That's kind of like she's spoiled, right? Mm-hmm. Like she's.
But that's
spoiled.
different from like rowdy and calm.
Like, she means like she's being a little brat.
Oh,
yeah, like 100%. Like, she's very caprichuda. Like, in my family, like, they don't believe me that she gets, like, to this point where I'm like, girl, I'm gonna fucking whoop your ass. Like, and my mom's like, eres bien gacha con ella, and, like, this and that. And I remember, like, 3 weeks ago, Mylene she threw, like, a fit at the store. And my mom ya no la aguantaba. And Mylene, like, she's not like that. And she only acts like that if she's hungry, first of all. Like, if she hasn't had her lunch, if she hasn't taken a nap, and if she has sugar. Like, if she has sugar, she's going to be super bad.
Now, Milo tries to be like, he can get away with it with my in-laws.
Yeah.
Like, but he does, like, today he got mad at me because I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, Mommy, why'd you go like that? And I'm just like, no. You're not going to get mad over something like that.
That has nothing,
Yeah, but it was just because my mother-in-law was watching him. Like she was right there, like with next to me. But I went like, "Are you okay?" But he said he didn't hurt himself, so it upset him that I even went like. But at my house, he wouldn't have been like that, you know. Like, and I told my mother-in-law, it's because you spoil him, like you usted lo chifla, like, you know. Yeah. So he thinks he can act like that, you know.
Yeah, that's why Mylin is like that too.
But nah. Like,
well, when I mean like not calm, I mean like how Robbie is. Like he's rowdy. Anywhere and everywhere.
I don't think he's rowdy. I think
girl, he is.
I feel like boy. I just think he has a lot of energy.
He does.
Yeah, but I don't think that makes him
okay.
Rowdy.
But
rowdy like, to me would be like
Rob. I'm just kidding.
yeah. No, I feel like Robbie probably is like Rob with the energy.
Yeah,
you know. But I think rowdy to me would be like damn. I don't know. I don't want to.
Okay, so whenever Mylin and Robbie are here together,
they're crazy. Yes, that's the only time I see Mylin like get crazy.
Literally, it looks like they're bouncing off the walls. Like they're crazy like together. Like,
I guess because Robbie went to my house and he knocked out the whole time.
That was the second time. The first time they went crazy. Are your in-laws?
Yeah, Robbie's.
Oh, but they were in the trampoline.
They were outside the whole time.
But I didn't think it was too bad. I think
no,
Rob
they
was
were
like,
having fun.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, dude, chill. Like they're outside. Like, what do you expect? Let them. I'd rather them be crazy like outside than jumping. Let them, you know, waste their energy or whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess because I think of my nephew, little baby Mario, man, he's fucking terrible.
Okay, yeah. So Mylin compared to other kids, she's a good kid.
Yes,
but
she is a good kid.
She's like berrinchuda, it's like my mom told her, she's like, por eso te pega tu mamá, like that
time when she got frustrated.
And then my tia and my cousin saw her be bad for the first time. And they were like, dude, I couldn't believe it. And then I was like, I told y'all, like, she's not. Like, they thought that she was like this little angel que va arriba del arbolito de Christmas. And I was
How does that make you feel, though? Like, that you have a little brat, basically?
I don't like it. I tell her, I'm like,
so,
like
but
I
what
get
do you
onto
think,
her.
like, got her to that point, though?
My family.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
She's the only girl?
No, so my mom, we didn't have babies when Mylin was born.
Oh, I see.
So my sister ya tenía dos, pero los de mi sister. So my mom had my older sister really young, right? Mm-hmm. So my mom was 38 when she found out she was pregnant with the twins. I think I've talked about it, right? Yeah. And so she had the twins, and like 2 years later, my sister was married. She got married young, like at 21, and she had my niece, and a year later she had my nephew. So them four se criaron juntos.
Yeah.
So my mom basically like sees Junior and Eileen as like her own. Like she doesn't see them as grandkids. And those were her only grandkids. And Junior was already like, I think like 6 or 7 when Mylin was born. And so Mylin was like basically their first grandkid.
Yeah. Because, you know, but don't you think that like my niece, my first niece, her name's Melody, she was the only baby for years.
Yeah.
But she was never like that.
Yeah.
Like, nunca fue chiflada. And mind you, like, it wasn't only me. She used to call Roland's parents, like, grandpa and grandma.
No, yeah.
Like, everybody would, like, baby her, but I don't think she was ever, like, spoiled.
No, Mylin is. And then on Henry's side, they're all boys. Like, Henry's all brothers. And then his brother has boys. Yeah. Mylin's the only girl. And she gets spoiled. She gets everything she wants, like everything she gets. And it's because like, and we tell her, like now I feel like she's getting better because she's older and she understands more. But she's real caprichosa and like real berrinchuda. And I think it's because like everybody like just to get her to stop crying because they're not used to dealing with her because for the most time she's good. So whenever she's being bad, they don't know how to handle it. So they're like, here, just take it. So she knows that she's going to get what she wants at the end of it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I feel like kids are smart. They know.
Yeah. They know who to act like that.
Yeah.
You know, because Milo tries to do that. And if I'm there, like, nah. Yeah. Nah, baby boy. Yeah. You ain't doing that, you know.
And my tias will look at me. They're like, you're so mean. I'm like, I don't care because at the end of the day, like, I'm raising her.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to be like that.
And everything.
Yeah. And I don't want her to be like that. I don't want her to be ugly. I don't want her to, like, have an ugly heart, you know? Like
my father-in-law does tell me, like, oh, you make him mad, you know? But it's just a relationship I have with him, you know, that he feels like he can joke with me. But, like, no, like, I don't let a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like he's a really good kid, though. Like,
Mylin is too.
You know, he is.
Mylin is too.
That's why I was like, y'all have great kids. Mine is great, too. He's just crazy. He's just crazy.
And see, like, Milo can be full of energy, like, you know, like Robbie or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I feel like even him being, like, an only child, I don't think he's, like, a brat. You know, like, I don't think...
Like an only child syndrome?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Mylen is.
He didn't know how to share.
Mylen doesn't know how to share.
Oh, not right now either?
Now it's because, and my sister's like, it's because she's an only child, and I'm like, that doesn't matter, dude. Like, she's with her cousins and stuff, you know. So on Saturday se quedaron mi primo y mi prima here at the house, because they live in Beaumont, and we had like a party, so they stayed here to spend the night because we had another party the next day. Y estaba la de ella. She's only a year younger than Marisol's daughter. Yeah, she's only a year younger than Mylen, and I have a picture of them. They were sitting. They were laying down in the living room, and Mylen grabbed her pillow, like Daddy's pillow. She grabbed it, and she was like chilling there, laying down with her iPad. And Daddy came to lay down with her to watch the iPad too. And she was like, "Go get your iPad, Daddy." And I was like, you're gonna share the iPad with her. I was like, y'all are watching the same thing. I was like, you're not gonna tell her to go get her iPad. I was like, you're using her pillow, igualada. And she was like, okay, fine, I'll share with her. But I was like, que fea, Mylen, like stuff like that. Yeah. But then in the morning, she'll be like, Jesus, I pray for the kids in Mexico that don't have any toys. I want to give them bikes when we go in December. Yeah. And I was like, we don't even fucking go to Mexico.
She's watching the podcast.
Literally. Hey, so like stuff like that. She's like, yeah, I want to save money for the kids in Mexico, mommy. They can have my toys, mommy. So like stuff like that. Like I'm like, okay, like, I hope that she's older.
I mean, again, it's just that no kid's perfect. Obviously, they're learning as they go, you know. Like with Milo, as long as I don't tell him he's doing like a sad choice, like if I'm like, oh, nah, bro. I think that's sad choices. Sad choices. And he just starts like crying. Like he's so hurt that he's doing something so wrong, you know. Like that's the worst thing you could tell him. Like literally.
I think he is so cute. He looks just like you,
really?
Dude. Yeah.
Like me?
Idéntico.
I feel like I used to think he was a good mix, but as the older he gets, I feel like he's looking more like me.
Yeah, he looks like you. But sorry, even in the baby picture, in the baby picture you had posted of him, that I was like, oh my God, his cheeks.
Yeah, like that. You know, aside I sent you a picture, like no, but I mean, back to like the parenting, I do think like they do learn. We set the example. Yeah, you know, so like even with me, like I can't get something if Roland and him want a cookie. If Roland wants a cookie, I don't let him grab it without counting to 10 first. Like, because Milo can't grab a cookie unless I tell him, like, all right, count to 10 first. Show me you know your numbers. Oh. In Espanol or in English, you know, or he'll start counting. I'm like, okay, count to 20. And then he'll get his cookies, like a reward program thing. Like, okay. And not a program, but like a reward system, yeah. So Roland's the same way. If Roland says a bad word, he has to go to timeout. Like, I got to go to timeout too. Like, you can't say bad words and like not go to timeout when he says bad words and he goes to timeout. Yeah, you know?
Mylen doesn't go to timeout.
Who? Milo? Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I can't see him.
Yeah, dude. Last time he came home and he was flicking off, like. Yeah, he was like, Mommy, look. I was like, Milo.
Who taught you that?
Yeah, and he's like, Carson. I was just gosh. I was like, that's a little boy in his class, right? And I'm like, that is not okay. So now you ask him. Literally today, he showed my father-in-law and my mother-in-law like the bad finger, and he's like, oh, it's this one, and he didn't even put it all the way up. He's just like, it's this one. This is the bad, but this is good. This is good. This is good. And he was saying which one was good, but the middle finger was the bad one. Like,
oh my God!
But he didn't do it again after.
Huh?
Like once you told him like, don't do it. Like
he'll do it sometimes, but like playing like. Last week, I think he's like, look, papi. And then he was going like this. And he's like, oh, that's bad finger. Look at this. Like, you know. But yeah, he would say like bad words. Like he'll say fuck or shit. Like stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, didn't you say on a podcast?
He used to say, what the fuck all the time.
But y'all were saying
I didn't understand him.
So they brought it up on the podcast.
Yes, he used to say Papa Puck all the time. Papa Puck. And I'm just like, and he would say Papa Puck, and I'm just like, what are you saying? Because, you know, he had the speech thing, you know, so nunca le entendía. So then Roland's like, oh my God, he's saying what the fuck, you know? I was like, oh my God, yes, he is. So then for his birthday, we had like I didn't even give them out, but we did some chip bags, and it said like Papa Puck abajo. Oh. Porque, you know, I was like, that was his thing. He used to say it all the time, but nobody understood him. Yeah. You know? And the whole time he was saying that, but now he doesn't say that.
Mylen, she knows, like, we'll try to be like, Mylen, tell the cuatas, like, if the cuatas are doing something to her, we're like, tell her, fuck you. Like, no te dejes. And she'll be like, no, that's a bad word. But the other day, she was watching that Chupacabra movie on Netflix with Henry. And Henry texted me, what was I doing? I don't know what I was doing, but I wasn't home. I think I was getting my nails done. And he texts me and he's like, babe. And then I was like, what? He's like, I'm watching the Chupacabra movie with Mylene. And this little girl salió la Chupacabra. And she was like, that scared the shit out of me, babe. Henry was like, I didn't know what to laugh. Yeah. Or like, he was like, who taught you that? And she was like, I heard the Cuata say it. And I was like, I believe her. That is the Cuata's language for sure. 100%.
Yeah. It's because you don't even know. It's so like innocent in a way.
Yeah.
And you just don't want to laugh, you know? But it's so funny. Like,
sometimes I have to walk away.
I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know if it's innocent for Robbie. Because I'm like, you use it way too well.
What
like,
does he say?
Good. I think the other day he was playing Fortnite with Rob. Like, Rob plays in the room and then he plays in the living room to play together. And Rob came out. He's like, did you say motherfucker? And then Robbie's like, no. And then he's like, I'm only it because they have headphones. And then he was like, no, I didn't say that. But I was like,
man, but Rob scares me when he gets after him. Like, I feel like he's just like,
I'm like,
but you know what though?
Like that.
It's like Roland, when he gets after Milo, is like,
he gets scared.
Henry too.
Yeah. My
just don't know.
Scared me too. He scared me
because Roland, like, he'll be like, Milo. And everybody's just like, oh shit, like,
that's how you know
Roland spoke, like, you know, like, because my family is just like, and his parents too. Sometimes they get mad at him because they're like, you screamed like, le gritas bien feo, but Roland doesn't care because he's just like, I don't scream at him all the time. It's just like, nah, don't act like that, you know.
Yeah,
but
no, Rob does get after him really ugly. Sometimes I'm like, Rob, sometimes.
Well, that's why whenever I went to my in-laws, I was like, oh, he's not doing anything, Rob. Leave him alone, like, you know.
I know. But I feel like it's not fair because I feel like if we have a girl, like, I hate that he's going to be, like, so sweet to her.
No.
And it's like, I get you're raising a boy, but still, like, that's my baby. Like, I don't know.
No, well, you got to step standard. It up yourself,
no, like, we be going at it, girl. Yeah, but I feel like it's so double standard to be like, oh, well, she's my girl, so I'm going to be sweet to her. But the guy got to raise a man.
No, because
he's very machista, though.
Yeah, he tries to be.
Oh, because Henry, like, he gets onto my land, but he also teaches her, like, how she should be treated.
Yeah.
You know, like, he'll bring her flowers, like, or, like, I don't know, did y'all see my Instagram when Henry stopped to pump gas? Like,
oh, yeah.
We pulled up to the gas station and Mylene was like, where's babe? And I was like, girl, like.
She already knows.
She already knows that we don't pump gas, you know? But es bien celosa. Like, if Henry brings me something y no le trae algo a ella, she, like, runs off to her room, hides under her bed, and starts crying.
Really?
Yeah.
Bob's not jealous.
But he gets on to her.
No,
like,
Milo's
like
jealous, pero...
Conmigo,
yeah. And like, he's like, nah, that's my mom. Like,
yeah.
You know?
No, Mylene's jealous with both of us. Like, I can't touch Henry, and Henry can't touch me.
So you don't think if you had another kid, she'd be jealous?
100. That's what I tell her. That's what I tell her. But I'm like, I should have another kid to teach her. Like, and sometimes she's like, but why? I'm like, because life's not fair. Like, that's all I can tell you. Life's not fair, dude. Like, you need to learn from this ahorita. And she's like, oh.
I could see that.
With her little attitude, you know.
I could see that, but I still think she's a good kid.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel Milo wants a baby. Like,
she does too.
Like, yeah, like, he's like, he wanted a sister, but now he wants a brother, so.
Mylene wanted a sister, and now she's like, it's okay if Jesus gives me a brother.
Oh. With Milo, it's like, he'll just be like super sweet, and he'll think like, I'll have a baby, and I have to tell him like, nah, there's no baby, you know.
Or she'll be like, can I kiss your tummy? Is there a baby? And I'm like, no, there is no baby in there, dude.
Hell no. Robbie's like, mm-mm.
He don't want no brother or sister.
He wants a brother, but he also says like,
he doesn't want to share.
No, he doesn't want to. Like, he has only kid syndrome.
I tell Mylene that, like, I'm like, you know, if you have a sister, like, or a brother, like, you're gonna have to learn how to share. She's like, it's okay.
No,
they
Milo's
can play tea parties with me.
I think you know what it was though. Like, he never liked sharing, but I think once he got to where he understood what it meant, you know, then he was okay with it.
No, Robbie can share toys. I'm talking about me. Like, when I said I'm gonna have a baby, like, you know, I'm gonna have to, like, I'll probably want to breastfeed again. Like, well, he knows it at Chi-Chi.
Yeah.
But I tell him I'm gonna give the baby Chi-Chi, so the baby has to, like, you know, sleep with me, and like, you'll be in your big boy bed. He's like, no, the baby can sleep in the living room. I'm sleeping with you.
No, I think Milo's.
Pero you don't think it's different once they're born?
Yeah, I think it is.
Sometimes, but I do think there's some kids that do. They're like, nah, that's my mom.
Yeah, the only thing.
Yeah, my brother-in-law was like that. With my mother-in-law said that Lego used to look at my little brother-in-law, right? Like he would stand at the door and just like be mugging him, like, and he never liked him when he was a baby. Like you just gotta keep an eye out.
Don't leave the baby. I know, freaking her. You gotta leave that. That's crazy. She had to leave like the baby like, not by himself.
Yeah, like she was just like that. She would just keep an eye out, like porque Lego nunca like because she says that Rai was like an accident, So whenever she got pregnant, Lego was still like they're closer in age.
Oh, okay.
So then he was just like looking at him all the time.
Yeah,
but Lego was like such a big sweetheart, so. He's good now. Yeah.
Daniela tells me, she's like, the thing that hurt me the most, like after she had her second one, was like, you can't split yourself. Like as a mom, like you have to like.
That's what scares me.
That's what scares me too.
Second baby, because I feel like I do think parents have like a favorite. Like I maybe
my friend Taylor says that.
My mom says they don't.
She has a favorite.
Taylor says she has a favorite.
Yeah. And as much as you want to say that you don't, my mother-in-law, she does, but she just says, no, the love is different. Like the way she shares it with all of them is different, but the amount is the same. And I'm just like, nah, you can tell when a parent does.
Yeah.
Does it for one and not for the other,
Okay. Yeah. That's different. I think it depends on the parent because my mom and my grandma, like my mom and my dad's mom. Mm-hmm. So my grandma on my dad's side, like, they've always said, es que los hijos son como las manos de los dedos. Like, they're all different. None of them are the same. But you kind of need all of them. And she's like, and you can see the difference. And she's like, and what?
How did it go again?
Los hijos son como los dedos de las manos.
Oh, okay.
Like, todos son diferentes, but you need all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
she was like, and my mom says that it's the way that each kid needs the parent more. Or like the way each kid expresses their love more. And she was like,
I see that.
Yeah. She was like some kids are like, she was like some of y'all, I'm not even going to say names because my sisters watch the podcast, but some of them need my parents more than others, and they're like, okay, like there's a TikTok that says, los papás tienen que tener más cerquita al más pendejo because they can't be without them. Like they can't. You haven't seen that one?
No, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
But I'm like, it makes sense.
I believe it, yeah.
Yeah. Like, it makes sense. Like, the ones that are stronger and independent, the parents know, like, they're okay.
Yeah.
Like, my mom tells me, she's like you.
But, I don't think it matters, though, because, like, I don't think it's always the case like that.
No, not always.
That's what I'm saying. That goes for us.
Yeah. Like,
I think it depends on the parent.
Yeah, I think it depends on the parent.
Yeah.
Honestly, with my grandparents, like, they weren't my parents, but I knew that I was their
grandparents
favorite.
have favorites.
But see, they did raise me, though. Like,
grandparents have favorites.
Grandparents have favorites.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
And, but since they were raising me, I was just like, yeah, bitches, I know I'm the favorite. Like,
grandparents
but it's like,
do
now
have
that I
favorites.
look back, I'm like, damn, they probably didn't have, like, a choice because they were raising me, But now, I feel like my mom, like, I know that my mom, like, always had, my mom would tell you straight up like who her favorite is, like, yeah, she'll tell, which I appreciate that because it's just like cool, like, but
I think that's crazy
that they can admit it.
I mean, or that they can have favorites. I don't think I could have a favorite as a kid.
Well,
I don't have another kid, but I couldn't, dude. Both of those babies came
realistically
out of your
though, you always like one person more than the other.
You can like them more, but that doesn't mean that they're your favorite. Like, or like as a parent, like it's like, okay, like let's say something were to happen in the world, right? How do you give one child up and not the other one?
Oh no.
And there's parents that can.
Okay, you're going to the extreme.
Like that's
The Walking Dead. Zombies. Which one are you saving?
Which one are you like?
Which one do you want?
Yeah, the smart one because I want to live.
No, like I feel like,
but the smart one's probably not the favorite one.
Well, that's fine. I want to live.
No, yeah, I think it's scary. I think that's what scares me because I'm just like, damn, like I feel like I would have a second baby and I wouldn't know how to split my love because me and Mila are like super attached.
Yeah, Lynn's my best friend.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'd have a favorite, but I do question like how am I gonna love both of them? Like,
I don't think I'd have a favorite either. As much as I believe that parents do have one, Yeah. But I just feel like I don't know how I would split my love. Because maybe I maybe now that I think of it, like I just didn't see how I don't think my mom did a good job at splitting her love, So maybe I'm just like, damn. But then I see how Roland's parents are. They're pretty good, even though we still know who's
the favorite.
Yeah. Like, but still they do a good job at it. Like, know, so.
Would you usually say like the baby's a favorite? Do y'all think that's true?
No.
Sometimes. It could be sometimes.
I think sometimes. Yeah. It just I think Thomas is a favorite, my little brother.
But he's little, isn't he?
Yeah. He's like 6. But everything my mom's doing like for him, she never did for any of us.
Yeah, but maybe because she couldn't though.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying, but literally, she said it the other day, and Taylor was like, dang, I feel bad for you in that moment. She's like, oh, I can't miss Thomas's muffins with Mom's. Like, this is my last one, so I have to go. He was like, damn, so you couldn't do it for your first one? But I didn't say anything because I'm like, I'm at the point where like, it doesn't hurt me no more. Like, I want her to be there for them.
Do you feel like you are like,
I don't feel like I'm completely healed, but it doesn't affect me no more. Like, oh, you didn't come to my muffins with Mom. Like, I don't care. I push her more to be there for them.
Yeah. Because like you don't want them to grow up with the same rencor that you.
I don't want them. Well, I don't. Not the rencor. I just don't want them to ever feel that hurt.
Yeah, or the emptiness. Like.
The emptiness, the sadness of seeing everybody's parents there. Like, I would never wish that upon any kid. Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Moving on.
So, do you feel both of y'all? Do y'all feel like the way y'all were raised has a lot to do with the way you mother?
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
In a way, yeah.
Because you don't want that for your kid.
Yes.
Yeah, but it could go either way. Like, you could either have the mentality where it's like, oh, my mom was like this, so I'm going to be like this.
Yeah.
You know? Or this is all I know, so this is what I'm going to provide. But my mentality was always like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think I was like dropped in the head or something because my mentality I was always so like mature for my age.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why I connected with my grandpa a lot because he was very like strong-minded.
Yeah.
Like he was business, strong-minded, Mm-hmm. He was not open-minded, but he was a very strong-minded person.
Okay.
And I feel like having that guide me and teach me stuff, I feel like I would always see my cousins and they'll be like, oh, my mom did this, da-da-da-da. And I was like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you don't mess up. You don't go do drugs because you're mad at your mom.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to hurt your mom. It's going to hurt you,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're hurting yourself. Like, you don't do anything in this world for anybody but yourself.
Yeah.
And I always had that mentality. Like, even in school with my friends, I'd be like, oh, this, and that. And I'd be like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're doing this for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've always lived by that. Like,
no, and
honestly, like, if y'all knew, like, my story, like, it'd be, like, super, like, what the heck,
Yeah.
Like, how did you even, like, come about, really? Yeah. Because it's just, like, it's pretty crazy,
I feel like my mentality is just, like, I never wanted to end up where my mom was. That's what I always told myself when I was little.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would tell myself, I don't want to be on food stamps. I don't want to be on Medicare. I don't want to be living government apartments. I don't want to. Girl, now I wish I had food stamps. Like, damn, I wish I would.
You wished a little too hard.
I know. Like, damn. Groceries are so expensive. Groceries are expensive now.
They are expensive. Yeah. Now, I think to me, it was more like, honestly, I'm not even going to lie to y'all. My childhood, so like 13, amazing. I got anything and everything I wanted. Like, I would go to Ross, Old Navy, and I would just go on a shopping spree. Whatever I wanted, I would get. Like, I was spoiled. But I feel like I was spoiled where I appreciated what I had.
Yeah.
I feel like my grandpa spoiled me. My grandma showed me.
Okay.
Like that. My grandma era bien humilde. Like, super, super, super humilde.
But you have that of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like I am humilde, like, you know. Mm-hmm. And I feel like she showed me that. And my grandpa had the mentality where it's like, I think he was more like, I didn't have this, so I'm going to get this, So he would give me anything I wanted. Me and my older sister. Everything, anything. I never spent a holiday without them until they passed away. Like, it was so hard for me. Like, Thanksgiving was the first holiday. Like, it was super, super hard. But then after that is when I was back with my mom, and it was just so hard. Like, my relationship with my mom was so, so, so hard, honestly. Like, I really did think my mom genuinely, like, hated me at some point. Like, I was just like, man, this lady, like, really doesn't love me, like, And that's when I was like, man, fuck this. Like, That's when I was like, nah, fuck this shit. Like,
I don't want this.
No, I don't want this. Like, I'm going to do better. Like, I'm going to do better. And I always did better, but she never helped me to do better. So I had to like struggle a lot, you know, and then entre nos, we talked about it, how, you know, like when you suffer, sometimes it does require for somebody to witness you suffering. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's true. Like for me, I had my family witness it and nobody really did anything about it. Like it was more like I had my older cousin. She was there. She would let me go to her house on the weekends. She even wanted to sell her bed so she can get a bunk beds for me and her. Aww. You know? And my tia took me in. Like, not like I didn't live with them, no. But they would, my mom worked at a bar, you know? Yeah. So on the weekends, I had a babysitter or I would go with my tia. And I would start going to quinceañeras and stuff like that. And she was fine with me being over there. You know, I couldn't go out with my friends. My friends had to come over to my house and be there, but my mom was never home, you know, so they would be there till like 1 a.m. and we'd be doing stuff, you know. But I always thought like, man, I love my mom, I love her, you know, but the relationship is not like a mom and daughter relationship. It's weird. Like sometimes I'm just like, damn, you're like my sister, like in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's super complicated, like for real. But I do think that's why it's like, I do feel like I'm very strong-minded. Because it's like I had no choice. You know, if you think about it, like you going through the struggle and you're like, damn, I really don't want this the rest of my life. Yeah. You know, but sometimes you do need love, like from people, like from somebody. Somebody needs to give you that little love. And for me, when I met Roland, I feel like it was just like, wow. Like
you had that.
Yeah. His parents like took me in, like because they don't have daughters, right? They took me in like when I was 15, like, you know, and they treated me so well. Like, I didn't live with them, but I was at their house. When I met him, I was at their house like all the time. Yeah. I would skip and I'd be at their house. Like, siempre.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And his mom, sometimes she's Catholic. So sometimes she would like, I would be crying because I'd be like, oh, my mom did this and that. You know, my mom messed me up with the IRS twice. Yeah, like twice.
Henry's mom too.
Yeah. And she didn't understand. And I didn't understand that it was so wrong until like, Roland would tell me, like, that's not normal. Like, you know, like, that's not okay. Or my older sister, like, she would do things, like, and I'd be like, damn, like, that's fucked up, you know. And,
like, your older sister to you?
Yeah, my older sister to me. Like,
oh, my God.
Yeah, it was tough, man, because when my older sister, like, had my niece, yo era bien apegada a mi niece. She would sleep with me, my baby niece. And my sister would get mad, and she wouldn't let me see her. And I felt so heartbroken. Like, I would be like, that's my kid, like, you know. Yeah. And, she would do that. Like, she would be like, well, you're not talking to me. You're not going to see Melody. And sometimes I would have to, like, kiss up to her just so I can see my niece. Yeah. It was crazy, man. And my little sister and my little brother, they witnessed a lot of the stuff that happened. So that's why I have, like, a close relationship with them. I mean, I'm good with my older sister and my mom now. Like, I feel like I've learned to just let it go. Yeah. Like, a lot. This year, también, like, I'm just like, nah, I don't have time, like, for the drama or the negative comments or people not liking me based off a 30-second clip. And, I mean...
that to me tampoco.
Like, it's just like, who are you to, like, affect my life?
No, and it's like, you're only seeing 30 seconds. Like, if you really go and listen to the podcast and then you still disagree, then you can disagree. But that doesn't mean... Even if you watch a whole episode of somebody's podcast, like... You do not know this person in person. Yeah, like you don't know what they're like. And it's a subject that we're talking about, and everybody has opinions. Yeah, like, and it's normal.
Yeah, and as podcasters, we know that now. Like, you know, like we're giving our opinion, like, and we're putting content out on the internet that's gonna be there forever. Like, not everybody's gonna agree with you, and that's fine. Yeah, but like I've said it before, like it doesn't matter if you don't agree. Like, it's just how you go about it. Mm-hmm. You know, like, I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, I don't agree with you. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's what you think? Cool. Like, I'm not gonna go and argue with you about it. Like,
gets the people going.
Yeah,
for sure.
You still want to cover this? Because we already got a lot.
No, that's fine. I don't even know what's next. Too.
We had a really good conversation. So I don't really feel like we have to ask. Yeah, but I guess I'll just end it with what would you tell your younger self?
I don't know. That's pretty tough, I guess.
I know,
honestly.
right? Like to pick one thing, like to tell them. Or like if you could have a conversation with your younger self.
Honestly, I feel at as a kid, nothing. My life was great, you know. But I think y'all talked about it one time when reality hits you. Was it y'all?
I don't remember.
I feel like for me, I would probably tell like my 14-year-old self once my grandparents passed away, because I was 13 and a half, that it gets better. You know, it does get better. But I don't know. Maybe it's just that, like, it gets better, you know.
Like, you're going to be
pray,
okay.
Yeah, and pray, like, porque a mí praying has helped me a lot.
Yeah, me
like,
too.
Like, a lot. Like, I don't even know, like, a lot. Like, for real. Like, I would probably just say, like, it gets better, and then just keep praying, like, have my faith in God, really. Porque as a young person, I feel like I was always still strong-minded, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't want to say, like, I'm going to be like, I don't know. Just it gets better, really.
Yeah.
Porque it did get better.
So. But like back then, could you like not see like it not getting better?
No, I could not. Like,
so that's why you would go back and tell yourself,
just be like it gets better. Yeah, porque honestly, it was like problem after problem after problem. There's nothing but problems, dude. Like literally. Yeah. Si no era con mi mom, era con mi sister. Mi mom, mi sister, mi mom, mi sister, all the time. But it was like my grandparents passed away. Reality hit. I'm not spoiled no more. I got to pay for my own stuff. Got to get a job, you know. I'm so young and I still have to like
grow
up super quick,
like from one day to the next. You have to become an adult, basically.
Literally, like, and it was just like I had to get a job at 15 because I couldn't at 14, you know. And that 14 to 15, it was super tough because it's just like I had to figure out who was gonna pay for what. Like my mom's never paid a phone bill of mine, like not once in her life.
That's so crazy.
Like not one phone bill, you know. And so I would just tell myself it gets better. Porque back then I don't think like I was like, man, I don't remember thinking like it's gonna get better, get better. But I just remember thinking probably like I have to suck it up. Yeah. People have it worse. Literally, like you know, like that. That was my mentality. Like people have it worse. Getting yourself
through it.
Yeah, and getting myself through it. Never like, oh, it's gonna get better. Like, nah, people have it worse. Like,
do you ever look back and be like, dang, like I can't believe I'm here?
Yeah, like, because you know how they
not
say,
here, like, but like in this moment, or like
because you know how they say like what you wish back then you have now, but now you want more, so you don't realize what you have. I feel like I do realize what I have. Like, I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for Roland. I'm grateful for Milo. Like,
I know,
and I feel like that's why we're so big on not having like somebody move in with us. Like when my mom lived with us, it was just temporary, but like having a friend live there or something. Oh, no. I like that it's just us.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just, my mom would always have people living in our house.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and it was just like, I never wanted that because it's just like, I wanted my space and now I have that and I'm grateful for that, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just, again, I would tell myself, like, it does get better, you know?
There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming and joining us.
Thank you for the
podcast. Yes. It got intense at the end.
That was a good one.
But it was a good episode, yeah. But don't forget, we're gonna link all your businesses.
All of them.
All of them.
20 of them.
We also got some cups, guys, that we forgot to mention.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna tag the business on there, but they made us cups. It's so for the chicas with the logo and our name on it. So we will be tagging them as well.
Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow everything, share our platform. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.